Hello, welcome back to Oracle of Celestial Light. Today I want to talk about cleansing of the body, our physical space, such as our houses or our apartments, and our energetic and spiritual spaces. Cleansing is very important because energy builds up, and if we're not releasing that energy or cleansing and purifying that energy, it's just going to pile on. And I know most people don't think of like our energetic and space being cluttered and everything, because I like to think of it as like cleansing our body. We take showers almost every day to get rid of the dirt, the grime, the bacteria that accumulates naturally. We don't even have to be physically active for that to accumulate on our skin. And for us to have healthy body, we have to cleanse all that stuff off regularly. And the same goes for our physical space that we live in our energetic and spiritual selves and space. For our spiritual, for our physical space that we live in, not only is it important to, of course, clean up after ourselves and keep a clean, nice place, it helps energetically when we're cleaning up after ourselves, because it's intimately tied to our psychic space within our place that we're living in. And also, it's also tied to our own personal inner space. So if we're cluttered energetically within ourselves, our space is probably going to reflect that. And if we're able to clean up our space, it can help clear our energetic space. So there's also the deeper, more subtle energies in our spaces that we're accumulating. We have guests that come in. We're leaving the house almost every day, maybe to go to work or grocery store, and we could possibly be bringing in energy from the outside, from the items, from our own energetic space that we're collecting, just us being outside and around people, places, and things. So I like to sage my place often. Just burn some sage, and as I'm going through, I will cleanse the space of all heavy negative energies, things like that. And as you're going through and cleansing the space, you always want to bring in what you want into your space, like the positive energy, love, peace, whatever it may be. Because as you're cleansing, whether it's your own energetic body or your physical space, you're cleansing that out, you always want to fill it with something. Because if you don't, you're leaving like a vacuum, and that vacuum wants to be filled. And so if you're just cleansing out the negativity and you're not filling it with positive stuff that you want, that vacuum that you leave could possibly be bringing in more negativity, other negativity, something heavier. So it's always important to keep that in mind when you are cleansing out your space. I think, and then like some people think that you can just do like a house cleansing once and then everything will be okay. If you're like, for instance, if you're having spiritual activity, they think that just cleansing your house once, it makes everything okay. I believe, like I said before, cleansing out as time goes on, because energy shifts, things change. Not everything is going to stay clean and pure. So you definitely need to have a routine of cleansing your space as you would your physical body. Now, for your own energetic and spiritual space that is your being, it is important to, I think meditation is kind of the word for it, but I know like meditation is like, oh, I have to sit and not think about anything. That's not necessarily what meditation is. You can focus on things. You can just focus on your breathing, or you can be active and actively cleanse like recognize and cleanse what is going on in your energetic, psychic, and spiritual space, which is important if you are on a spiritual journey and you feel like there's a blockages going on that could very well be coming from within you, unhealed areas within your energetic field, like your emotional body, for instance. Like, we do a lot of work on healing the inner child and things like that, but there could be things from other lifetimes, things from this lifetime. I mean, we're still alive and interacting with people. There's going to be things that come up, people that treat you poorly and bad, and it can very well get stuck in your energetic space. I definitely know it can get stuck in your physical body in a way of traumas and the central nervous system. A lot of people don't realize that. Like, if you've had like a trauma, it'll get stuck in that system. And definitely learning things like qigong, learning how to connect to your body and feel your body and feel the energy, the qi moving in your body, and how there are blockages and things are stuck, really is part of the spiritual process, because the physical body is, we're residing in this physical body. You know, some of us may like to think of ourselves as spiritual beings first and foremost, but the thing is, we are incarnated in physical bodies and we need to take care of them. We are subject to the rules of this reality, and there are things in our body, there are energy systems in our body that are there, and if we're not able to connect to that, then we cannot heal what is there. If you're unaware of what's going on, how can you heal it? You can't if you can't see it. So being aware, being sensitive to what needs to be cleared is really important. And the routine of clearing out these energies, these blockages in your body, energetic space, physical space, really will help facilitate where you are wanting to go in your journey. One technique that I like to use for cleansing out my emotional body is taking a bath in Epsom salt. And not just taking a bath and sitting in the bath and just that being it. I like to, it helps to think about what we're wanting to cleanse, bringing that up to the surface, because we as humans, we like to push our hurts and pains down so we don't feel them on a daily basis and pretend like they're not there. Bring that up to the surface and crying and releasing them, and not only releasing them, transmuting them to more positive energies. Because for me, I don't just, when I'm releasing something heavy within myself, I don't want to just release it out there and for it to be out there in its negative form. It's important for me to transmute that energy into something higher, lighter, into what I would even call like a blessing, and release that out there. Because energy, as we know, energy does not, it just changes form. And so the need to transmute negative energy into positive energy as you're releasing is really important to me, so that we don't, have that out there for someone else to maybe get stuck in their own energy field. So, because everything is intimately connected energetically and psychically,